Hi everyone, MP Will Greaves here with this week's Weekly Wrap. Parliament is back in session, and this week was very much about getting back to work and focusing on the big issues in front of the House for this upcoming sitting. Let's get into it. With Parliament resumed, I was back in Ottawa this week working to move forward on public safety and criminal justice priorities that matter to communities right across the country, but very much to us here in Victoria. Canadians expect Parliament to focus on making our communities safer, and that's where my attention has been. At the Transport Committee, we're moving toward wrapping up our long-running study on Driver Inc. What we've heard clearly from witnesses is that this scheme makes our roads and highways less safe, cheats governments out of important revenues, and undermines workers who play by the rules. There's a strong consensus that the federal and provincial governments need to work together to address this issue, and that collaboration will be essential as we move toward making our recommendations. Looking ahead, Transport will hopefully soon be taking up issues related to Canada's ports, which are critical to our economy and supply chains and are obviously a major fact of life here on the island. This week also included a number of important meetings. I met with the National Council of Canadian Muslims, officials from Environment and Climate Change Canada, members of the Young Liberals of Canada, and the new rabbi at Congregation Emmanuel right here in Victoria. I also had the opportunity to connect in Ottawa with Jean Chrétien and also with Premier David Eby, who met with the Pacific Caucus. On the Hill, we marked Holocaust Remembrance Day and the National Day of Remembrance and Action on the Quebec City mosque attack. These moments are powerful reminders that we must stand firmly against hatred in all of its forms, and we also have to stand up for all Canadians who are experiencing violence, racism, and discrimination. That commitment includes standing with victims and survivors of intimate partner violence and domestic abuse, which remains a serious problem in communities across the country. That's why the government has introduced Bill C-16, the Protecting Victims Act, and why I'm proud to support Private Member's Bill C-223, the Keeping Children Safe Act, which will focus on protecting children from harm during family law and divorce proceedings. Looking ahead, there's a lot of important work before Parliament, and I'll keep focused on public safety, accountability, and protecting the rights and dignity of all Canadians as a priority. And on a final sad note, I join the many Canadians mourning the loss of comedic genius and national treasure Catherine O'Hara, who passed away earlier today. Rest in peace, Catherine, and thanks for all the laughs. So that's the wrap for this week. Thanks for staying tuned, thanks for staying engaged, and I'll see you again soon.